Welcome to Master Domaining. I'm Gene Pimentel, and in this session, we'll talk about the shocking truth about alternate domain selling platforms. I'm often asked if it's worth listing domain names at alternate selling sites such as eBay. So let's explore that right now. For as long as I can remember, people have offered their names for sale on eBay.com. At any given time, you can find hundreds, if not thousands, of different domains that are listed by people in hopes to sell them. My observation about eBay in regards to selling domain names is it's sort of the flea market of domain selling. Unless you have a really, really good domain name, the bids that you'll receive on eBay are pretty low. Let's take a look today. At the main page, just type in domains, and it shows 22,813 results for domains. Let's go to the auction section, and currently in the auction section there are over 2,000 domains for sale. Now let's sort this. Rather than by best match, we'll choose number of bids with the most first. So currently, this is the domain with the most bids, which is 29 bids, and it's only at $46.42. And if you notice, it's for a total of 58 different aged premium domains. You know, that's ridiculous. And of course, the word premium is used very loosely here. In most cases, they are absolutely not premium domain names. Here's a four-letter.com for $29, and it has 26 bids. So you see the prices are super low. People don't bid much on domain names on eBay, in my experience. In some occasions, of course, there are domains that get bid up very high, but that's the exception. Let's sort this list by highest price first. Now, of course, you're going to see ridiculous domain names listed at crazy prices. This first one is listed at $21 million. And it's called ebayexclusive.com. First of all, that's a trademark violation. I'm surprised that it's still listed. The next one is 20 million. Then you have one for 495,000, several for 495,000. You have one for 400,000, 290, 250, $250,000 for a silly domain name. And if you notice, they all have zero bids. Gee, I wonder why. Now, let me explain something. A lot of times when domains are listed for these high prices on eBay, it's simply because they want eyeballs on their domain name. They want traffic to that domain name. They're driving false traffic to the domain name. Then they can claim they receive X number of visits every day and sell the domain name based on the traffic they generate to some poor sucker. They won't sell it for these prices, of course, but they'll often sell it for more than what it's worth based on the false traffic. I'm just looking for any one of these with a single bid, and of course there are none at these prices. Let's go way over to page 10 on this list, and now we're down to more reasonable prices, $200, but still zero bids, zero bids, zero bids. So the point I'm trying to make is eBay is not a very efficient marketplace for domain names. If you have one that's truly a premium domain name, you wouldn't want to list it here anyway. You may list it just to get eyeballs, but you wouldn't want to sell it through here because your bidding it will be low. Let's go to a further page. Still zero bids on all the... Oh, there's one bid for this $79 domain name, and actually, I take that back. This is not a domain name. This is public domain information being sold for $79. Let's get back to the top and do a different type of sort. We'll do ending soonest. And the one ending in just 23 minutes is $7.99 with no bids. The next one has two bids, but it's 10 cents. And for the 10 cents, you get two domain names. And I'm looking for closings. These are all closing soon, and very few of them have bids. So far, we've only seen the one that has a bid for 10 cents. Here's one that has 7 bids, but the highest bid is $3.25. So, as you can see, eBay is not the best choice for listing your domain names unless you just need the exposure, you want eyeballs on your domain names, you want people to possibly bid if you have a great domain name, or, as a last resort, you may list a bunch of your domain names on eBay just to get rid of them. You can create a portfolio of, 10 or 20 or 100 domain names that you want to just move out of your inventory and list them at a very low price, or put them on auction for a low starting price. And you may by chance find somebody who will be interested in buying the domain names. But when it comes to selling a domain name for real, for good money, Stick to sites like cdo.com and afternic.com and other specific domaining websites that have a proven track record of selling at fair market value prices. Now, if you put yourself on the other end of the equation and become the buyer, there are quite often some decent domain names that you can pick up for very low prices on eBay. So it's worth checking in from time to time to see what's listed and to find some pretty decent domain names, sometimes really good domain names that you can pick up for really cheap. Because typically people that list their domains on eBay don't understand values of domain names, or they're desperate. They want to just unload a domain name for some quick cash, so you can pick it up really cheap. Here's a decent geo domain name called ohiocarservice.com, and it's currently offered at $1.99. It's not the best domain name, but it's a very serviceable domain name. It would especially be of value if there's a company called Ohio Car Service, so as a buyer you may find something you like. Otherwise, don't waste your time trying to list your domains on eBay unless you want to let them go really, really inexpensively.